Okay. What is it? What is it streaming here? Are we good? Just gonna have a quick check at this. I can hear myself. Yup. Okay. Great. Hello. Hey there. How's it going? My name is Luke, and today I'm going to live stream me animating my very own cartoon character. So, who you are seeing on the screen is a character I made called Birdy, and he is part of an upcoming independent animation series that I've been working on and having lots of ideas for, called Birdy and Owl. So, what I'm going to do in this live stream is kind of give a brief introduction to who I am for those who haven't heard of me, and going to give a brief introduction to what Birdy and Owl is all about, and then we're just going to animate him. So yeah, for those who haven't seen my work or anything before, I around 10 or so years ago I made a channel called Myth Crew. It was a channel for a video game franchise called Five Nights at Freddy's, because I really liked it at the time and I just loved the idea of the horror characters being quite nice, really. So I made this channel. I made a lot of family friendly animations because Five Nights at Freddy's was doing quite well at the time in general. A lot of people saw my videos and my animations, and they liked the idea of these characters being quite nice, really. So I gained quite a lot of attention, actually. I got like 516,000 subscribers, I think. Nearly 200 million views in total. It was, yeah, lots of opportunities. I even got invited to YouTube events in London. I just had an amazing experience, truly. I finally went full-time on it in 2022, I think, but it was around that time that my statistics started to crash because, you know, trends evolve, and I don't really think people were watching a family-friendly take on the franchise at that point, or at least not in the way that I was doing it. And late last year, 2024, there was a policy shift in YouTube. It was quite a bit complicated what was going on behind the scenes. I won't go into the details, but basically I got caught in the crossfire, and in terms of okay, so basically the policy shift they made is that you can't promote horror, like adult horror characters to a younger audience, basically. And as that's what my channel was technically doing, then it just made it that I couldn't really continue anymore. So I kind of had to take a step back from all that, and especially because it was around a similar time that I realized that I have extreme burnout as well. I never really gave myself time to recover from work, school, and all that, really. So it's just like, yeah, okay, I'm taking a gap year off, but you know, I done some other things around Myth Crew. Like I did a Myth Luke channel where I talk about my autism and dyspraxia, what things have been like with that. And I also started this Birdy and Owl cartoon, which has always been in the background, but while I'm taking a gap year, I have motivation for Birdy and Owl and other things, really. So, you know, I've been getting much more active on Birdy and Owl. So I really want to go for that. And I also want to talk about, well, what exactly is Birdy and Owl about? So Birdy and Owl, I have a couple of concepts so far, and I'll probably combine the two. But basically, what Birdy and Owl are is they are a couple of content creators on YouTube, or whatever I'm going to call YouTube in this universe, who are trying to make the perfect YouTube video, you know? And they always go on all sorts of adventures trying to do so. Sometimes there are rival creators as well, which I don't really have any experience with personally, but I think it would be a fun little storytelling device that try and get in their way, and sometimes it makes them get into situations that they have to deal with, basically, and things like that. Another premise I have is that they have neurodiversity like me. So again, my neurodiversity is autism and dyspraxia. So autism, dyspraxia, okay, maybe I can use some of my experiences then to kind of shape out these characters as well. And that's kind of what I'm thinking. These characters could be in supported living. You know, like I know some people from my social group who have being in supported living, basically. And I was thinking that can maybe be the premise for these characters. So we have Birdie's, let's say, parents on the bottom floor, Birdy and Owl in the middle floor, and Owl's parents on the top floor. Now, I haven't actually decided which parents are going to go where at the moment, but that's kind of like the basic general gist of it. So yeah, lots of things to think about for me, but I have a lot of excitement around it. Let's just see how things are looking over here. Okay, cool. But yeah, without further ado, let's actually take a look at what I've done so far. So I'm actually going to play you the animation that I've made of Birdie so far, and I'll just get animating him, really. As me in the corner of the screen just sits here silent, awkwardly.
A story about a close bond between characters? No, we've already done that. Multiple times. It would be repetitive. Delete. Ooh, what about a story of a massive fight that breaks out between the characters? I'm liking this. It would be unlike anything we've ever done before. The fox does something way too stupid to the point that even the baby catches him out on it. There could be shouting, conflict, fist fights. No, that's way too violent for Baby, Foxy and the other characters. They love each other, not hate each other. And thus it would be so far out of what we've ever done to the point that it might as well not be made by us. Delete.
Okay, so that's basically what I've done so far. So yeah, basically it may seem a little bit janky almost. So like there's not audio at the start. The animations look a little bit rough. I think what I really want to do with this video is that I really just want to get stuff out there. You know, it's like I could be spending years and years on this if I chose to, if I wanted to make it to absolute perfection. But at the same time, while I'm getting started at least, I want to be able to produce things a bit more quickly. I think especially while I'm still deciding on what the story is going to be. Like, am I happy with the direction this video is taking? Am I not? Am I going to want to change some things? You know, this is taking quite a bit of time to make, especially as it's Blender, which I'm still figuring out how to animate with, and it's my own character and my own model and my own rig, really. It's I'm not the greatest when it comes to this sort of thing, so it's not really my strong suit, so to speak. And speaking of not things that aren't my strong suit, the voice acting, I am what I'm starting off with at least going to try and voice all these characters on my own. So we have Birdie, who you just heard. We have Owl, who I haven't even created yet, but I have a voice or two idea in my mind for them at the moment. I'm not sure about any of them, but we'll see. I have another character as well, which I have an idea for the voice of, but again, I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to perform it. Yeah, it's a lot for me to get used to, so don't expect perfection when I release it eventually. But yeah, I really have a lot of excitement though. I think if I get far enough with developing these characters and this world, I might even develop a small team. But yeah, let's actually animate. So I think I'm going to want to start by unhiding all the bones, actually. I guess I had it all hidden for preview purposes. And actually, while I'm at it, let me actually just go to my Blender folder, because I want to make sure that I'm actually using the most up-to-date version. I probably should have figured this out, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I am, to be honest. But yeah, date modified, the perfect YouTube video 6, and I definitely have 6 loaded. Cool. Let's just see how the stream itself is looking as well. What's the stream health looking like, actually? Excellent connection, it says. That's good. That's what I like to see. Cool. But yeah. So yeah, I guess I'm like I said, getting like a rough enough version for now. I want it to look good enough so that it expresses it well enough, if that makes sense, but not to the last detail, if that makes sense. You know, like I will of course do the final details and stuff when it's in the more ready stage. But But yeah, for now, though, let's just see where we're at. So let's see.
Baby Foxy and the other. That's way too violent for Baby Foxy.
Okay, so I could maybe have his arms going out again, but he kind of already did that.
That's way too violent for Baby Foxy.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure also about the voice acting performance I did for this bit. I think what I decided is that I'm going to leave it as is, but when I do more voice lines for this video, I'll see if I can maybe up my game just a little bit. Let's see. So I think I'm just going to rotate him backwards slightly, reset his rotation on here, and what I will do as well is that I go one frame after the first frame, I guess, in this case, and see scale. Is his arm scaled already? Yeah, it kind of is actually. Yeah, so I'm just going to like reset the scale there. It's actually just a little bit stretched as well. Is that yeah, it is stretched. Okay. Let me actually just select those fingers and see, are they scaled? I think no. Okay, out of interest, right? Reset the rotation and position. Yeah, that does work actually. Okay.
Yeah.
Might as well. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to go to this keyframe here and delete those. And now I'll just go here. I'm not quite sure what the best way is to go about these sorts of videos, because most of it will just kind of like be me thinking, okay, what position do I want to do, or whatever do I want to do now, and kind of just going with it, I guess, really, because it does take quite a bit of concentration. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what the best way is to go about these sorts of streams, I guess, or videos, or whatever they might be. I guess I'm kind of figuring things out as I go. Cool. And I'll do the same thing with this.
Foxy and the other Foxy and the other.
Yeah, I think that's working. Let's see.
And the other cat. And the other cat.
That's nicely, yeah. Cool. The scale's already as it's usually. So -1 on the Z. Let's see, how's that flow? I'll just do it like that. I guess there was no point actually on like setting the last keyframe in this sequence, as I do a lot of the adjustments on the first keyframe, or on the first frame after this keyframe here. I might also want to reset these. So, there we go. Actually, hang on, before I do that, actually, let me just deselect those, make sure that the fingers are all good. Yeah, now I can do it with that. Okay. Actually, no, I don't want to straighten that out just yet, actually. I like it just straight, oopsie. I might as well, I'd like to straighten it out on this keyframe here. Cool. So now it should be identical to here. Yes, it is. Okay. Just going to reset the rotation.
Foxy and the other Foxy and the other.
Cool. And now I'll just reset his eye positions. You may notice that one eye has just a pupil and the other eye has the colour. That's because I was messing around in Blender with this character and I was like, oh, what would it look like if he had a colour in his eye? And I was like, oh, that doesn't look too bad actually. And now I'm like not sure what I want, if I want him with a coloured eye or just a pupil. So yeah, that's why he has one and the other. Let's see. But yeah, I'm just going to continue. Oopsie. Hiding the bones apparently. I don't want to do that. Cool. And I also might see if I can like adjust these eyebrows as well. Yeah, I was showing what I'd done recently with Birdy to someone, and they complimented and liked what I was doing with expressing him through his eyebrows, basically. So I'm definitely taking that feedback aboard and rolling with it, I guess. And that's the thing as well. Like, if you're seeing anything that you're thinking, hey, that's pretty good, or hey, that's really bad, which, trust me, it's okay if you're seeing that. I'm seeing some things that I'm not so sure about myself as well, but yeah, do let me know. I encourage it, in fact, because I think feedback can definitely help with with developing ideas, really. So yeah, go for your feedback. I never mind a bit of constructive criticism. There we go. I'll just kind of like have his eyebrow go like that. Yeah, I think I'm pleased with that, yeah.
Foxy and the other
Cool.
Baby Foxy and the other characters.
I might just have a quick look back at the stream as well, just to see what it's looking like. I have no idea what this is looking or sounding like. Basically, it's not straight. Oopsie. I might as well. I'd like to straighten it out on B. So, yeah, go. Yeah, I think it looks fine. I think, like when I look at it back on my end at least. So I'm just gonna have that go to live again. I realised that you can't actually see my YouTube screen, so to speak. I do technically have an active window with it, but I think my Blender window is kind of covering it. How long have I been streaming for, actually? I've been streaming for like 15 minutes, I think. I'll go on for a little bit longer. Let's see.
For Baby Foxy and the other characters. Violet for Baby Foxy and the other characters. Foxy and the other characters.
I think what I'm also trying to figure out is, hey, how do I make it entertaining about a guy trying to come up with the perfect video idea in his room, you know? Like, if anyone's creative enough, they can. I don't know if I'm that creative or not, but... Okay, that's it. I think what I'll do for this arm as well is that... Actually, no, I can... Yeah, I think I'll scale that, yeah, actually. So, reset the scale. Delete. Let's have it go like that. There you go.
They love Foxy and the other characters. They love it.
Okay.
Fights. No, that's way too...
How's it looking now?
Fighting, conflict, fist fights. No, that's way too violent for Baby Foxy and the other characters.
Yeah, I think that's fine, yeah. Yeah. I'm just not sure if I should like change the camera angle just to keep things like moving or not. I might not worry about that too much for now, actually. I think I'll just continue animating with this camera angle. But I might keep that in mind.
For Baby Foxy and the other characters. They love each other.
I think the first frame that I should start animating on is this one here. I think I'll rotate him upwards. Let's see. So, okay, that's his head. Yep. I find that I often have to like move the bone around sometimes to see if it's actually the bone I think I have selected. That's because there's like, again, I'm not a very good rigger. I think my bones are all over the place. So it's like, okay, gotta be careful there. Where should I put this arm? Yeah, that works actually. Yeah.
They love it.
Okay, cool. I think what I'll do with the beak is that I'll scale. Yeah, I'll just grab both the beak bones and I'll scale them in. And then on this final frame here, I'll get rid of the beaks completely and bring in the front beak. So let's see. Let's see, front beak. Which one selects the... Okay, this one controls the entirety of the front beak. Good. Now, where's the entirety of the lower beak? Not that one. Yeah, that's definitely something I struggle with as well, is like knowing how to like properly manage the rig, I guess. No, he's not particularly happy at the moment, so I might want to change that. Let's see. Why is his why is beat parts moving separately? Okay, is it this one maybe? Okay, that's the one, yeah. I don't know why it's going upwards so fast though. There we go. And this beak is coming down quite quickly as well. I got to figure out how to select these again. Oh dear. Okay. Is it this bone? No, that's not the bone. No. Okay, bone number 1. Good, good. Ah, bone number 2. Perfect. Okay. Cool, cool. And now I'll just drag this keyframe to this point here. So in the space of a single frame now, the beats swap, basically. As well as I'm going to have to like reset the position of these. So Alt-G, Alt-S, Alt-R. And now I'll just drag it back down here. Actually, where exactly is it actually? Hang on. Oh, I bet it's all the way over there, isn't it? Where I originally modelled it. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to want to bring that out from there. I didn't quite have the effects I was going for. Okay, I might have to go for like one bone at a time there and just like reset its position and rotation and everything. I really need to up my rigging skills. I think it's a funny thing actually, because like when I do like rigging and stuff with Blender and all that in its traditional 3D approach, then I mean, yeah, I might not be perfect, but from what I've explored so far, I might actually get along better with that. But when it comes to like rigging 2D shapes, I generally don't know what to think with that. It's like, no matter how much I tried the weight painting, I just can't seem to get a good weight paint on these 2D shapes really, which is kind of a problem. I actually had to like rely purely on automatic weights really, and because like when I was doing the weight paint, like when I was trying to be much more manual and custom with the weight painting process, it very easily went from to like 0, I guess, with like the most subtlest of difference. I can have like a very low brush strength, tweak like brush over one vertex, then all of a sudden the mesh is completely wrong looking, and it's just like I just can't make any sense out of this. And I never really particularly gained a lot of skills with weight painting and things like that anyways. I certainly wasn't going to I certainly wasn't going to be able to figure that puzzle out. And those are more preferable results when I did it with the automatic weights though. But I think it is something that I want to improve on, because I think this gives me like way more control over how I go about positioning my characters really and things like that. Okay, let's see. So I'm just going to do that. Oh, actually, and this back mouth here as well needs to also come down. Now, is that bone there? Yeah, I think it's these two bones here, isn't it? Oh no, hang on. What did I have selected? Oh yeah, I see now. Oops. Bone selecting. Okay, great. Now I need to like position this kind of. Just need to scale that down. Scale it again. There we go. Cool. Okay, so now if I go here, his mouth still looks quite smiley though. That's what I'm finding with this here. I guess he's just a happy boy.
They love each other.
I mean, I guess he could be happy. It's like, they love each other, you know, sort of thing. I don't know. I don't really know. Yeah, I might just go with that for now.
They love each other. They love each other.
And I think what I need to do next is that I need to, like, animate his eyes. So, you know, I'm probably doing, like, a classic mistake when it comes to, like, not saving time. I have already positioned a position with this character very similar to this, but for some reason I'm doing all this work again, you know. And it's like, why am I doing that? I might animate his eyebrows at least, because eyebrows. Whoops. Okay, great. Oh, whoa! Okay, I pressed home and I somehow got all the way out here. Let me try that again. Okay, camera, home. There we go. Okay.
The other characters, they love each other. And the other characters, they love each other. And the other characters, they love each other.
Okay, yeah. I think that's okay, yeah. Is there anything else that I want about, like, this position that he's in? I'm just trying to, like, see how it flows. So basically on this frame, the eyeballs are there. And on this frame, the eyeballs are there, right? I'm not really sure I see a whole lot of movement. His beak definitely does much more movement. I'm not sure. I think what I might do is that I might actually leave it there. But yeah, this has definitely been my first time, I guess, live streaming me animating this character. And yeah, again, I'm just kind of figuring out what the best way is to kind of proceed forward with these sorts of things, because it's like, I think live streaming can be a great way of capturing your experiences, you know, like your progression. It's just doing that in a way that's interesting. I mean, is a sitting, it is like watching me sit at a desk thinking, maybe not really that entertaining. I don't really know. But again, it's not just live streams I want to be thinking about as well. There are like some other things that I have in mind also, like like maybe I might do a speed model of Birdy perhaps. I know I already have him here, and I will continue to animate him for now, at least in his original form. But maybe that's something I could do as well, because I think of like the overall art industry as a whole, and if someone's drawing, let's say, then they're going to not only draw their character once, but they're going to draw their characters millions and millions of times potentially. And it's like, well, why not do like a speed model or two, you know, even if I already had these characters created. Of course, I'm not really sure I'm the greatest artist ever, so it might be a completely different look when I actually try and model him again. But you know, it's something to think about at least, right? It's something I could indeed consider. So yeah, no, I'm having lots of thoughts, but either way, I'd like to know what you got to think about this. You know, what would you like to see when it comes to these sorts of things? Like, I think that's also something I'm very big on as well. Is not just thinking, okay, how can I make this work, but also thinking, well, what would other people like to see as well, you know? So, yeah, really, generally, I am open to suggestions, to ideas. What you think of this, what you don't think of that. I am genuinely curious. So, yeah, let me know how that goes. And otherwise, I'm just very excited for to do this, you know? I mean, this has been like a dream of mine, capturing my progress and actually uploading a completed project. Just want to upload a completed project already, you know. I want to go for this, give it my best, but I don't want to like take forever on it as well, because I've actually been animating this guy for 2 years, I think, like 1-2 years. But again, it's kind of just like been sitting in the background. Want to take it to more the foreground. So yeah, but either way, that's pretty much all. Thank you for watching. My name is Luke, and I will be back in more videos coming soon. Goodbye, everyone.